In this week's Torah portion, Devarim, the first parasha of the book of Deuteronomy, we find ourselves listening to Moses at the end of his life. It has been 40 years and 11 months that the Israelites have been wandering through the desert, and Moses knows that he will soon die. So he returns to what he knows, as we return to the story of the previous 3 books of Torah. Returning to what he once was is a bittersweet thing. Moses returns to a time where he was not the last of his generation. His siblings were still alive. He still believed that one day he too would enter the promised land. But while he is mentally in a time that once was, he's physically in the present day. So too is it true for us. On Monday we will observe Tisha B'Av, the day that commemorates the destruction of the temples, and we will chant from the book of Lamentations, Eicha. We will say from chapter 5, verse 21 of this book, Hashiveinu Adonai Eilcha v'nashuva chadesh yameinu kekedem. Help us to return to you, O God, then truly we shall return. Renew our days as in the past. This line from Lamentations is said in the midst of destruction, and even with the best intentions, even as we sing this line for Sleichot and the upcoming High Holy Days, the truth is that we can never truly return to a place and time that once was. People are born and people die. Movements and ideals come and go. Moses in this Torah portion recalls the past a bit differently than what we read in previous books. Human beings are indeed fallible, and even with the best of intentions, misremember. Perhaps Moses is clouded by grief as he has lost everyone he once loved. Perhaps he is sermonizing, trying to create a narrative for his time as leader. Either way, this parasha of Torah begins a bittersweet goodbye to the Israelite people. In his final hours, he is doing all he can to return, just as we yearn to return on Tisha B'Av. And yet we cannot return to what no longer is. As we approach a dark day in the Jewish calendar, I hope that we can all know that while we cannot return, we can always make strides to move forward. Shabbat Shalom.